Alright, welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4 Millennium Dawn modded playthrough of Burundi, aka the Great Burundi Empire. We're gonna show it off right there. We've got our own faction now. We're multi-continent. We're mainly out of Africa, but now we're in Southeast Asia. And I guess the Indian subcontinent. It's counted. I don't know. I'm not sure on geography or geology, how that's whatever. Anyway, it's not my expertise. Just watch documentaries, you know. We have kind of a situation. It's a good problem, but it's a problem that comes with growth. Our factory amount exceeds our build queue. So, we're wasting factories. So we're wasting production and time. I think what we can do is actually build out in our allies' territory here. I don't know, maybe one day they'll be a part of Burundi. Who knows how that all plays out. But yeah, we just start building lines of rail where we need them. And supply hubs for any future military conflicts. That will definitely be a point we need to do. But definitely getting interconnected will help. So getting... That's a weird spot. I don't know. It wasn't working. But yeah, it looks like their productivity might take a big leap after this. But I'm gonna get some supply hubs and kind of all these key points that they have. And that'll help us out too. Oh, I don't need that there. Okay. I think we have a war deck on Burkina Faso. Need to look at that. I do want to get naval bases here built out. I know we've kind of passed on that. Those are already max. Yeah, all these are already built. I think we're pretty good on forts. There are certain areas like here that I'd like to build up where we have a bunch of airfields and missile silos, because I'm going to put our ICBMs kind of in this region. So let's get all that built, because that's kind of by Ethiopia, which is part of Europe right now. At least. Might as well build here. Build this out. Because they're just going to run through the desert. So that should give a pretty hefty increase to our build queue. See how that does. Alright, let's let it go a little bit. See if that warning pops off. Yeah, it's gone. We've got some buddies now. I'm really shocked we haven't had that many mutual investment offers. I don't know what drives that. Honestly, it's kind of weird. Usually at least get some. We've had 2 or 3 maybe at max throughout the whole series. But it is what it is. think New Guinea was a possible target. And this version of Indonesia doesn't really have resources we want, so we can skip that. Yeah. New Guinea actually does, though, so that may be a place we look at. I definitely want to hit up Malaysia, though. Malaysia has a lot of things we would be interested in. So, I think our Marines will definitely take a step forward. We're gonna move their staging area right now forward to Asaha, or however you would say that. Yeah. That's Special Forces. Where are the Marines at right now? Do I have them? Oh, I have them up here. Staging for this. That's right. Almost forgot about that. Haven't edited the episode 75 yet, so my bad. Never mind. We're gonna have them do work. Get this clear. It's good I actually was looking at that. Yeah, we have a war deck coming up. Do we not have... Okay, I know what else we need to build. So we're gonna go to Montenegro. Looks like that's all 5 divisions and they all popped in. Same spot. That actually worked as well. We're gonna do that from the same location but different landing area. I'm assuming that's fine. Same deal. Second staging. It's not letting me click it, is it? There we go. And let's hit it. Alright, they should all move into position. And we got almost the latest Sam. Okay, so it looks like we're upgrading gunships right now, so definitely not stockpiling them. I wonder if we replaced what we lost. That'd be interesting. No, they're just gone. We still... I'm gonna have to... I'm looking at that. Where is... If I increase this, what does this do? Light metals get absolutely crushed, but it's fine. That's good. We need gunships and we need them bad. That was a sad day against Egypt, but very well worth the losses. I think we're pretty set. Those supplies wherever our guys are. Burkina Faso. Okay. Supply status 66%. So let's fix that. So that is here. Get them some railroads that actually matter. I get them a size 6 right down the middle. And spread it. We'll eventually go to our own place anyway, so there. Docked. There's not like a dock closer than that. Alright. We're gonna move that forward. Around those forts. Alright. Hopefully that fixes that. Army Group 2. This is one of our divisions that's lacking. Or armies that's lacking. Regular size cavalry. Let's get a 50 width in there. Do need 3 marines. 3 attacks. Should have enough of vehicles now that it's not a problem. That. They were a pretty promoted group of units. Alright. And the rest of these are our standard infantry division. Oh, I do want to check on our templates too. We do kind of need to do a military check going into the modern age. This is where our stats are, like breakthrough, heart attack, soft attack, piercing, everything from a baseline level. So alright, that should be Army Group 2. Third Army has a, oh my, yeah, they had a few medals, pretty decorated. Unfortunate. Alright. November's coming to an end. Got 11k what? Convoys? It says 11k, but we have 12? Is that because we've used some of them? Oh yeah, it's unused. Not having a good few spares, you know, in case we lose some. I don't know where we're stockpiling them. How's the war going? America's actually losing ground now. Interesting. Europe's at 98%. That's interesting. Japan capitulated to who? To the US? Alright, let's head back over to our realm. That near 50. Oh, naval power. Before we get too far ahead of ourselves, let's get some boats up in here. We're gonna call this the Mediterranean. Oh god. Spelling that. I'm gonna have to Google it. Or it should be right here. Never mind. Is that right? That isn't... Yeah, I guess that's right. It's like no shot. I got 0 chance of getting that right. I don't want this to split automatically because it's gonna split it in a bunch of different ways I don't want it to. Like, I don't want to split off the 2040s just yet. So apologize, but this is gonna take a minute. Alright, we have 3 spare 2025s. Throw those there, then these 14 are gonna go in their own fleet. We'll deal with those later. These are still gonna maintain their scout status, so let me give them the goggles. Or the binoculars, my bad. Wrong thing. Whoa. What happens when you stay up way too late? But it's fine. For the content. For the videos. For the great Burundi Empire. Alright. We're gonna get these guys all up there. And the western side too. They need an admiral, so let's just give them that. So be it. No fleet control or organization. Check the officer corps, see if we can actually put him as a naval. We can. A crazy thought. Enemy retreat. Yeah, they can retreat. I like that guy. Esmail Gale. Whatever. However you say his name. But pretty solid. And then we're gonna have them base out of the Cape of Africa. So we pinch off east-west movement so that you cannot cross from the Atlantic to the Indian Ocean. I don't know, man. Nuclear IRBMs or regular IRBMs? Let's see some end stats. 9 kilometers, same distance. Or sorry, 5.5 kilometers. Those are nukes. Those are not. They can do nukes too. Why? What's the difference here? If they can also do nukes. Liabilities. Strategic bombing damage is more on the one on the right. I guess we just go the one on the right. I don't know. It's kind of confusing. If they can both nuclear strike. Weird. A little strange. Alright, this is a mess. We don't really need coverage in the middle of the Indian Ocean. We'll have to figure out who we need to delete. But only once we get our groups set up. And this theater will be home front. Or what do we want to call that? I'm gonna call it command and control. This fleet theater is just gonna be the entirety of our coastline. So basically all of Africa at some point. Except for the Indian Ocean, who will be in charge of the Red Sea, the Persian Gulf, all the way through to our kind of eastern front. And then we'll have a Pacific theater. Oh. What does this do? I don't remember. Fuel consumption, crazy reduction, crazy power gen. That's pretty nice. Late game tech, but highly desirable. It boosted our flat production by a ton. How's that going? They are doing fine. I don't think I'm building anything over there, am I? Yeah, I am still building. Radar 3. 4. Oh, there's so much to earn here. I'm gonna lower my political power every time, too. Okay. Yeah. We guarantee independence. What happens? Hmm. Yep, see, we lost our investment. That's gonna help them escape our political influence. That's kind of how that works. If you can keep investments on all their territory, your passive political influence can start increasing. If you don't, it'll either stay the same or drop a lot of the time. How that seems to work. And then if you're manually adding bonus 50 political power clicks, it seems to last quite a while. These are untrained. These are gonna go into that. We're gonna add these. That group. Oh yeah, I forgot I have all these spare units and everything. The shield is perfect. Start back here. We're gonna go for attack. Give some of these, like, maybe make them marines. This is a bigger tank division. assault. Or air assault. Time we finally modernize our army groups because they will be our forward operating military units. Kind of the design I run for my army structure. We'll have main armies forward deployed to the front lines at various places. And then we usually just have like a National Guard kind of setup. Like these. With just like well-trained but cheap infantrymen. Just to cover ground for big fronts like this. We have a war coming up with 3rd of March, so that should be in a couple months. That'll probably be the next episode though. Did some point defense somewhere, wherever the thing is. There it is. If by 2045 we can have a carrier started with full modules, that would be it. Well, not full. We'd be missing the top end ones, but modern modules on a carrier platform with near modern aircraft. That would be the best. Surface attack missile. See. Yeah. Some weirdness going on. Some naval battles here. Going on with this. They're at war with this. So this is getting puppeted by the US. So the US is messing around in the Pacific. What it looks like. Maybe I gotta zoom in some. Maybe there's some battles we're missing. That's the hypersonics research. I just see them losing though. I don't know. Like Germany's doing what? Because Germany's fought more of Europe than America has. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with those other powers. Let me pick up the speed a little bit. Check our production lines. Still short on light metals. But we do have enough for our current aircraft output. And other equipment. Tanks, IFVs, all kinds of self-propelled guns, rockets, anti-air, small arms, everything we need to stockpile as much as possible. Whenever we end up going into global conflict, it's going to get nuts. This can be that investment in. That one's already invested, so cool. And I think I'm going to wrap up the episode right here. And thanks for watching. I'll catch y'all in the next one.